Hey guys, today I would like to do a guide on War Conqueror. It's been a while, I haven't done guides. The game is a bit old, but I still see a lot of interest, and I thought I would like to go a bit more in depth on the technology. We always talk on the game about the importance of generals, the skills, the medals, and there are videos, by the way, you can check on the card about the general skills and the medals. We talk about wonders, but technology here is very important. So when you start the game, my reco is that begin prioritize to upgrade the technology of tanks, the most important unit in the game, and secondly in artillery. Of course, if you start the game, only certain technology will be unlocked. You still have to pay to get them. The other will be locked until you move up into the campaign next level, like Pacific and so on. That's why I always recommend when you start the game to first complete the scenario, tutorial, over to Europe, Pacific, because as you complete the scenarios, you really unlock and open the technology. And without technology, no matter how good are your generals, you cannot proceed. Okay? So if we go back, I said let's start with tanks. So you will start, you cannot select one path. Normally the technology help the usual three attributes: defense, mobility, and attack. Defense is on the top. It starts at +2, +3. These are cumulative. So +2, then you get +3, +4, and so on. You get to the maximum of +12 in defense. The second one is, of course, the health. I forgot that one. So it goes to up to 40 and you're up to 90 in health. So that means any unit before adding the general increase the health by 90 if you have the vehicle level 4. Then you got here is the attack. It goes from +2 to a +15, and then the bottom is the mobility. +1 up to +4. Very, very important. The mobility changes a lot the game. And then you may notice that in some square you have two icons. These are the most important technology you must get, okay? Because they give you significant value. For example, the machine gun, that's increase the damage when you attack infantry units. And this second icon, they always have two tiers. So the green color is tier 1, and then you have a gold, which is tier 2. So here it's the same, but the damage is higher, +55. The second one, so this one it improves your air defense. So if you're attacked by airplanes, bombing, or paratroopers, or strategic bombing, it reduces the damage it does. And again, the gold is a bit more. Then this is the most important one at all. The assault level 1, 75% chance to attack again after destroying an enemy. So when you're destroying entirely a unit, you get to hit again. And if you destroy, you get to hit again. Okay, so here, once you do this, you already have a 75%. And of course, it's the last one because the most important. When you do assault level 2, you have 100%. So if you see some of my video, you see good area attacking 5-6 times, and it's because of that. So get this. This is the single most important technology, and I will show you the second most important in artillery. And then, okay, this is not very important. Nuclear bomb damage -10 is very rare to use. Okay, so that's the artillery. Now, if possible, before you spend the big bucks, because every time you need to upgrade any technology, let's say this one, you see, you need the resources to upgrade it. So before you do that, look into the wonders. There are wonders that will reduce the cost of technology. Particularly, there you go, Alhambra. So if you get the Alhambra, it will cost you 10% less resource to upgrade any technology. Okay, the Alhambra, and check my video, you can see here in the card, but the wonders, I tell you how to unlock each one. The Brandenburg Gate, reduce 10% the artillery cost. Schönbrunn Navy, the Winter Palace minus 10%, and then the Kremlin, some basic cathedral minus 10 for a missile, and Pechenska Lavra from Kiev reduce the cost of upgrading technology minus 10%. Okay, going back, the second most important to upgrade I mentioned is artillery. You have the same concept. In here, for artillery, you have two paths. The first is about rocket artillery, the second is artillery. So the rocket artillery is the attack. So attack 1, 2, up to plus 18, if you have a rocket artillery level 8. And then that's the second most important technology in the game. Is able to attack multiple enemy forces and have 80% to disable the enemy to fight back. So that's really priceless, because especially if you have a room or general, use rocket artillery, you hit the enemy, they don't fight back, and you can reduce their morale. So if you hit them twice, you can eventually paralyze them. You need to hit them, you need the 3 level of morale decline to paralyze, but it's very important. The problem of the rocket artillery, they're very vulnerable. They have low health and low defenses. So you need to put a general with very high health and keep them protected. And here is 100% chance to disable the enemy for fighting back. So this is extremely important. Then you get the same for the regular artillery, the howitzer or the field artillery. And here, 65% chance to disable back, and here again, 80%. So with the howitzer, it's not fully disabled. Okay? The howitzer is an inferior machine to the rocket, so that's one reason it makes it inferior. Then you have mobility that applies to both types of artillery, the same, up to +4. And then you have the defense, which also applies to both types of artillery. It goes from +2 to +5. And then you have the usual, you have an HP increase, +16, not really big. Okay, then if you look at the infantry, it's not very important. I always despise this unit in the game, although there are some beneficial skills to unlock. The damage to armor units, for example, and damage to stronghold unit. And you see the equivalent gold here is a +50, and this one, and this one is also +70. So stronghold and tank. Okay. Then you have the landmines. Damage from landmines -90%. Okay, that's a sapper technology. It's very useful. You put the infantry on the mines so that they take them away, and then you can put on your tanks and artillery without destroying them. Reduce mobility deficit when you are in an adverse terrain. Yeah, that's about it. Then we go to the Navy. The Navy is the same concept. The top part, the hull, is the defense. The propeller is the mobility. Sorry, the hull is the health, my mistake. I haven't played this in a while. This is the health increase up to 160, which is sizable. The armor is the defense, of course. The propeller mobility goes up to 4. By the way, I have done it because that was my new version of the game. Then the key skills I want to point out is this one. So the reduction of naval miles -90, that's a skill that the destroyers have. So when you have mines, you put on it the destroyer, and it takes them away. Then on the armor, an important skill is the air defense. Again, reduce the damage from the sky. And this is very important. This is a special skill of the submarine. When you attack cruisers and aircraft carrier, you have a damage double. That's very important. So submarines are lethal against in the naval battles. But the submarine cannot attack the coast. And then for attacking the coast, you have, this is a cruiser skill, naval artillery, 80% damage to stronghold and 50 land units, and here is 100%. Okay, the weapon which increase the attack. Then a very important skill I want to show you here is this one, the Air Force. The beginning of the game, you will see your paratroopers have a very limited range, but if you get the airborne, level 1, allows you to airborne and motorized infantry and is a higher range. And if you do airborne level 2, you have the mechanized infantry, so you're able to send stronger units but also further out. And some games are won with paratroopers, especially Conquest, so important the paratrooper. So get this technology, it's cheap. And then we have strategic bombing, so improve the damage to stronghold units, and air bombing that improves the damage to ship units. Okay, so if you get this, and then you get the golden side, and the damage to infantry units, it's a bonus. Then you have the fortification. I rarely use them, so I didn't bother. And anti-air defenses, I also rarely use them. Okay, maybe it's wrong, but I never found the use of any EasyTech game about this stuff, so I rarely do that. Instead, what is important is the nuke, because here, this skill particularly reduced 1 round the construction time, which can be critical, and the other increased the power. Okay, so that's it. Basic concept, but really worth to invest in this technology. It can really improve your game. So hope you enjoyed. If you like this game, click like, and if you didn't, subscribe to my channel. Take care. And by the way, I just launched the membership, so if you want to support me as I'm a small channel, please join the membership as well. Take care.